J Jackson, and you're welcome to Double J Series Live. Now, today I want to talk about something that is very, very important that we neglect as humans, and especially as parents. We neglect this. Has become a huge problem, but we don't even have an idea to spot it out that is a problem this group of persons are going through, because it affects our families, it affects our children, it affects how our children grow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today's topic we're going to discuss about awareness of teachers, the challenges facing teachers, teaching your children and my children, teaching our children. Now, listen, I want to say this so that you can know this. Now, teachers are going through a lot. And why we need to know about their challenges is so that we can know what our children are facing when we hand them over to the schools we pay their school fees for. Now, let me start by saying that the teaching profession is actually a profession that is very sensitive in the life of every child. Now, if you don't have a professional or God-fearing woman or man teaching your child, I'm sorry for you, especially when you don't try to assist in your child upbringing when your child comes home. Sorry, I'm a little bit under the weather, but I want to really talk about this, because how many content creators are ready to speak the truth of what parents don't know? Like my niche is about family, friends, relationship, marriage, kids. So, on this segment, let's talk about teachers now. First of all, teachers are very undervalued. People don't value. When you see a teacher, the first thing that comes to your mind is that this one don't get work. This one doesn't have a job. Why is she teaching? Is there no better thing she can do with her life? Is there no better thing he can do with his life? Why is he a teacher? You know, in Africa here, we undervalue teachers. But abroad, overseas, teachers are highly respected and valued. But maybe not like that, but I want to talk about the value for teaching. Do you know that teachers are like God sent to your children? If your child or your children gets to be tutored by a responsible, God-fearing teacher, they will learn a lot, not just education, but also spiritual values as well. Now, that is number one. Number two, I want to talk about the challenges they face. Let's start with poor salary. Teachers are being paid poorly. You know, when you come and you say, your teacher didn't come to school, why didn't your teacher do this, why didn't your teacher do that? You're forgetting that teachers are very underpaid. They don't pay them well. I'm from Nigeria. Teachers are not being paid well here. You can Google it. The average salary of a teacher, a public school teacher. They go through a lot. The private school, I don't know how much they pay them, but I know that they are not also paid well. So as a parent, when you go to pick your child, it is good to sometimes encourage the teacher teaching your children. Just get a gift. Sometimes make a transfer to their account. Teachers are going through a lot financially and they need help. So if you can help the teachers by giving them a little sum of money, of encouragement, it doesn't make you look at them it doesn't show disrespect. It shows that you appreciate what they do. Number two, irregular payment of salary. Do you know that many schools pay their teachers late? They pay them late. And how much is even their salary? Many schools are wicked. Many owners of schools are really, really unfair to these teachers. They work so hard, and at the end, they pay them late. They don't pay them on time. We're talking about the challenges teachers face. So another point is that they are not being paid on time. Many of these schools receive a lot of money. Many of these schools charge their pupils, the students, a lot of money. If you're a parent, you know how much you pay for your children's school fees, for your child's school fees. It's expensive. But at the end, even the school fees of your child, if you divide it by 3, it's even more than, in most cases, it's even more than the salary, the monthly salary of a teacher, which is very bad. Teachers are supposed to be paid normally so that they can be proud of their job. So if you are a principal, or if you're a founder of a school, if you own a school and you are paying your teachers late, let me tell you who you are. You are an evil person. So to all school owners, to all CEOs, let me use that word, Chief Executive Officers of institutions, and you pay private schools to be that, and you pay your teachers late into the next month, you're a wicked person. You shouldn't be doing that. It's evil. And to the government, if you know you pay your teachers late, please pay them on time. Now, moving forward, teaching materials. Now, how many schools, we pay, when a school gives you a charge and tells you, I'm paying this, you have to pay this money for computer lessons, you have to pay for, all those things are listed in the school fees they give you to pay per term. And at the end of the day, as a school owner, you don't provide these amenities for the teachers to actually teach these children the right way. It's bad. It's bad. You go to the computer room, computers are not working. You go to the lab is lacking a lot of things. No. If you know you don't have the capacity to actually have the proper infrastructure for a school, especially the private schools, don't own a school. If you know you can't provide these things, that you know that at the standard, don't say, let me build a school small, gradually we start small. Even those of you that started gradually, when you started making money, you were enriching yourself, you forgot the main purpose, which is actually making your school a standard place for education. So for school owners and also for parents, you should get to know that many of the times that you pay these school fees to those schools you pay to, they don't have the right amenities for your children to get proper education. This is actually a big issue. A big issue. Now, another one is overcrowded classrooms. Many classrooms are very, very overcrowded. You will see a teacher. In fact, this one is common. Now, let me come to the public schools. Now, you see a public school, you see a lot of students, one teacher. The one that is even pissing me off is the private school. In a classroom, you see let me even come down. You see those children between the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From 2 to the age of 10, or even from 2 to the age of 6. You discover that their classroom is overcrowded. Schools, if you know you will not employ teachers, shut down your school. Give the parents notice. Tell them you will be shutting down your school so and so time, or go and look for a loan. As the owner of a school, or proprietor or proprietress, or whoever that owns the school, primary school, secondary school, nursery school. If you know you cannot employ teachers, shut down your school. You cannot. How will a child learn when the classroom is crowded? Many of you school owners, you collect a lot of money from parents and you give them undervalued proper education for their children. What you are doing is fraud. In fact, let's call it what it is. If you're a school owner, you don't want to employ teachers to actually expand the classrooms of your school. For example, a child is in nursery 1 or crèche. You should not have a teacher highest should attend to just 10 highest. A teacher should not, for crèche, you should not, because these children are fickle, they are very sensitive. You should not have more than 10 children to a teacher. Because how will that teacher teach more than 10 children? Even as I'm talking about this topic, I'm seeing how sensitive it is, because parents need to know that they need to checkmate these things in PTA meetings and tell the owners of schools that you are not doing your job that we paid you for. If you go to a school and you see a child, you see a bunch of children in a classroom and you don't see multiple teachers, withdraw your child from that school. I said so. Do you know why? Because how will your child learn? Many children, they come back home. It is even the parents that get to teach them what the teachers are supposed to teach them. And you are blaming it on the teachers. You cannot blame it on the teachers. Blame it on the management of the school. I was privileged to go to a wonderful school when I was a kid. Okay, and when I was in nursery school, I could remember primary 1, but my parents told me about my nursery classes. Now, I remember my primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, up to 5 and 6. I remember up to 5 and 6. I remember up to 5 and 6. It was also, we had primary 1A, primary 1B, primary 1C, primary 2A, primary 2B, primary 2C. In my classroom, we had 2 teachers. And when you check their attendance record, you can never see in a classroom 30 students. My own, you'll be seeing 24, 26. The highest I saw from primary 1 till I finished in my primary school was 27 students. Now, go to private schools. In a classroom, private, I'm not even talking about public, private school, you get to see in a classroom, there are many. They are up to 50. How many teachers? 1. If you're doubting, go and check. In a classroom, you even see, those in their primaries, you see in a classroom, you see 30 students. How many teachers? 1. Now, let me tell you what is different from the abroad system and the African system. Now, when you have, as a student, an opportunity to learn closely from a teacher or from your teacher, it will fill up the loopholes where they are thinking. A teacher can face the board and say, okay, let me go down. Let me go to the crèche now. He says, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the ones in front will be able to say, 1, 2. The ones at the back are not hearing. They are not hearing. IT, eat. IS, is. WE, we. Hold on. Just hold on. I'm coming. Sorry guys, that was an emergency. Now, talking about what we're saying here, I think we've treated the topic of overcrowded classrooms. So please, classrooms should not be overcrowded in schools for any reason. Please, if you are a proprietress, headmaster, headmistress, secondary school, if you're a principal, please make sure that your classrooms are not overcrowded so that these children can learn, can hear the teacher, can learn, and also have a conducive environment. Because if it's crowded, a lot of things fly in the air or on the air. So please, we do not want crowded classrooms. So now, poor infrastructure. Let's talk about poor infrastructure. You have a dream that you want to own an educational facility, an institution, and you are doing it because most of the people that have poor infrastructures in their school are greedy fools. Yeah, greedy people. Because you have friends that own schools and they are making money. Now I'm talking about, I'm not talking about public right now. Let me deviate to private. Now for private schools, you are making money, but you don't want to expand the infrastructure of your school. I advise people, if you're looking for a land to build an institution, please acquire a broader land. Don't say, let me start with the small I have. No. If you can, because land is important. There are so many private schools around the country that are so small. The compound is so small. You can't even expand. You can't use one plot of land for a school. You can't use, let me even tell you, to me, if you say you want a school, I think no school should be less than 10 plots. Yeah, I'm not even talking about an institution. I'm not talking about a university. I'm talking about if you want to have a secondary school, college, that is not budding. If it's budding, you need more than 10 plots. If you just want to have a primary school or nursery school, or you want to have a secondary school, you need more than 10 plots. But if you want to have a nursery and primary school, the standard should be nothing less than 10 plots. My opinion, the government can have their own stipulated plots you should have for school. But I'm saying, as someone who passed through school, my own school then, we had enough space. We had enough space. We had the volleyball field, we had the long tennis field, we had the football field, which is the most famous field. We had the racetrack. Kudos to my parents. They gave me a wonderful primary education. That's why I could speak like this, I could talk like this, and I could say I'm the URP and confident when I speak. And because showing that I know what I'm saying is because I had the opportunity of having a good primary education. Shout out to my parents. Love you. Now, if you know you don't have the rightful infrastructure, go and seek for a loan or shut down your school. Because these children, they see pictures. The reason our politicians and the reason our politicians don't have vision is because they did not see vision growing up. The reason our politicians don't have vision for the future is because they did not see vision. The mind works with pictures. If your mind can't work with pictures, you cannot have vision for the future to make an impact. So when you are in a school that everything is so jam-packed, no fresh air, the children will not see what things ought to look like because you have painted a picture of what you think it should look like. I think time has come for parents not to accept things anyhow, because if you want your children to have a better life, better view, you should actually start by giving them the best with discipline. You can give your child the best, but without discipline, they'll get lost. Okay, now we've spoken about poor infrastructure. Now, workload. Now, many schools employ teachers and give them so much workload because of their greed. They agreed to employ more. They give them so much workload. You see a teacher teaching, covering up for another teacher. One teacher is taking all the subjects, even the subjects that the teacher does not have passion for. The teacher is taking it. It's just like me, the URP. I am good. My content, I've told you my niche. My niche is family, friends, relationship, counseling, children, marriage. That is my niche on social media. Whenever you see a content that I put on social media, it's just about making an impact. You don't see me doing a niche for cooking. You don't see me doing a niche for comedy. Maybe that was how I started, but this is what I do now. And I've been doing it for over a year now. For a year. Wow. I've been doing this for a while. It's consistency. Now, I'm not after followers. If you like, subscribe. If you like, follow. But I advise you do, because what you will learn from the URP section on all the videos you see on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's about making an impact. And I also have, if you ask me, who am I following? Who is my mentor? My mentor is Steve Harvey. Yeah. My mentor on this, because my vision is that I want to one day host talk shows for couples, host talk shows for live talk shows for single men and ladies, talk shows for children. Okay, because I am also a minister, because I have to do God's work. I don't know how long I have on this life, but I will talk about things that people don't want to talk about, and I will not lie to you. I will hit it on the nail with God helping me. Now, how can a teacher that does not know how to teach mathematics is teaching mathematics? How can a teacher that can't speak good English be teaching English? How can a teacher that has no idea about physical education be teaching physical education? How can a teacher that has nothing about verbal reasoning is teaching verbal reasoning? Quantitative reasoning is teaching quantitative reasoning. A teacher, Health education, the teacher has no idea. The teacher is teaching health education. Is it right? No. The schools, the management of schools, please spot out the talent of the teacher when you are trying to employ and put that teacher in that role. Pichicom, stop bombarding teachers with heavy workload. That is why you see teachers falling sick. And many of these teachers, they go through a lot. And that is why sometimes they get frustrated. So please, proprietor, proprietress, school owner, headmaster, headmistress, Biko, don't overload your teachers. They are human beings, because if you overload them, they will teach our children crap. Please. Now, how many of you school owners give your teachers personal development? You don't develop your teachers personally, and it's very bad. This is a very serious segment. Schools in Nigeria, how many of you send... Public schools is for government. We all know how the government is. So let them handle their own issues. Okay? But I will advise the government, if you are doing it, fine. But if you're not, please, personal development of teachers. We should get to send our teachers for seminars abroad. Yes, public schools. Nigerian Union of Teachers or National Union of Teachers. If you are doing it, kudos. But if you are not, please, teachers should be traveling to places like Dubai for seminars. Teachers are supposed to be traveling to places like the United States, Switzerland, the UK for proper seminars. Or better still, bring the professionals to come and give them a workshop, lodge them in a hotel. The government should pay for it. Let them learn, let them go through a 1 month workshop and come back to schools refreshed in their mind. Private school. In fact, let me tell you, this is actually to hammer private schools. Now, many of you private school owners, your children are abroad, you live a luxury life, you build mansions, many of you even dive into politics, you drive good cars while your teachers are trekking. I don't want to say, I don't want to say something vulgar like God punish you. No, I'm a believer. I won't say that. But I will say this: if you are a school owner and you feel you suffered to build the school, you should enjoy the fruit of your labor. Were you the one that taught the students? Owner of school, are you the one teaching the students? Are you the one carrying the load and the headache of the noise these children are making in classroom? Is it you? Why are you being wicked? If you're a school owner and you don't send your teachers for personal, professional development, you are a wicked school owner, whether man or woman. The URP says so. This is even coming from heaven. If you're a school owner, you don't find a way to make your teachers happy, you are enriching yourself. You are working for the devil. You are not working for God. You are not working for the goodness of humanity. You are not working for the goodness of society. You are not working for the development of society. You are not working for the mental development of your teachers. You are not working for the development of these children. You are only extorting money from parents, which makes you a fraudulent person. You might say it's not in the agreement, but when I don't get it, there are many private schools that are rich. The management, the owner is making money, but you don't take care of your teachers at all. Do I know the hurdles owners face? Yes, I have an idea. Many of the times, the students, the money you are expecting, the students you are to come and register in your schools, the numbers, you've not yet gotten to those numbers. So you are somehow handicapped financially to do some certain things for your teachers. Those people are different. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to school owners that make money but are very greedy. You pay your teachers late. You don't pay them well. Some of them have been working in your school for years. You have not increased their salary. Even when you increase their salary, you increase them like peanuts. You don't even have school buses. You don't even have official cars, but you have over 10 cars personally. You travel abroad, you go for vacation, but the teachers that have been serving you, you have never bought car for them. And even the ones that you even bought car, you gave them, you say it's official car, when they are going, they should drop it. Wickedness. Poverty-minded school owners. Yes, I'm talking to you. This is a serious, sensitive segment because it affects the mentality of the teachers and they dump trash on our children. I want school owners to start thinking as presidents, start thinking as kings, queens, start thinking as governors, start thinking as start thinking as you have a responsibility on this earth to make sure that your school serves the masses, serves people. See yourself as a servant, not a businessman and woman that is looking for money to make, and that is it. It's bad. Poor welfare and benefits. Now, how many of you school owners, for your teachers, you have health care? If they are sick, do they have a hospital that will treat them for free? Oh. You know, when we're talking this thing, you will say, Double J, you've started again. Listen. How many of you, you know these children, what they bring is headache. Many of we parents, we dump our children in school and we go. Whether they learn or not, many of us, we don't care. The only thing is that we are paying school fees and the teachers should do their job. But to parents, let me tell you something you don't know. These teachers go through more headache than you. Auntie, uncle, daddy, mommy, these teachers teaching your children, they go through more headache than you. If you doubt it, one day, go to your child's school, request from the management that as a parent, you want to witness just for 1 hour what these teachers go through. Go to the crèche, go crèche, go nursery, leave primary, you can tell them to shut up. Those who are in crèche, they suffer. The child will eat or meat, they will clean. The child will shit, they will clean. They will piss in their pants, they will clean. One teacher is at that is why you see most of these children, they get infected. Many of them get infected because these teachers, they don't remember to wash their hands. You will not blame them. The children are many. The children are many. They will wipe this one bumbo, carry the pampers, fold it, carry that same hand to another. So how many of you schools provide hand gloves for teachers? Wicked people. How many of you schools provide hand gloves, sanitizers, soap? Leave sanitizer because it's sensitive for children. Hand glove, soap. In every teaching class, there's supposed to be a place where a teacher can wash, as if where they can wash their hands with soap, antiseptic soap, or the soap that is soft for children. And these teachers, after going through, many of them have ulcer. They don't eat because they will walk from morning till evening before they remember they have to put food in their mouth. And these schools don't provide health care for them. They don't provide compensation for them. Sometimes when you know you made so much money, you can just even when the students are going on holiday, you can throw the teachers some stipend from management. Yeah, you can throw it no matter how. They will feel, wow, Wow, they are appreciating our effort. It is not salary. Just throw them a little bit of compensation. Yes. You throw them a little bit of compensation. Let them feel happy. Some of you, when you know that these your teachers are doing well, school, some of you should, even for your teachers, I'm not talking about boarding now. So private school, you can have some quarters where your teachers will stay, comfortable, conducive apartment, one bedroom apartment. For those of your teachers that are coming from far, they should have accommodation. Provide it for them. I know it's not easy, but you have to. Let them, some of them will be coming from far place. They will sweat and come to the school. Some of them will start their journey from 6 o'clock in the morning. They're already tired before they even start their day. Provide housing for your teachers, especially those private schools where they collect better money. Provide housing for your teachers. Provide health care, because this one that a teacher will just faint, slump, and from there pass on. Provide health care for your teachers. It's very, very important. Okay? And I don't know why private schools don't put their teachers in pension. Those ones that have served for years. Your school has grown. It's a mega school. You are not paying pension. It's bad. Make them pensionable. Private schools. Make your teachers pensionable. Now, lack of security. See here, it is wrong for a parent to come into a school. It's wrong for a parent to come into a school and beat a teacher. Teachers are being scared right now on how to whoop your child when your child is misbehaving, because they are scared that you'll come and beat them. See, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a little bit about me. Now, growing up, like I told you, I went to a proper creche, nursery, primary school. I had the best in my primary education downwards. Now, see, in my school in Lagos, where I did my secondary school, it was a different picture entirely. My parents intentionally threw me there. If you see beat where they beat me for school, I learned something by force. If I don't learn anything for school, I learn respect and discipline. That is why I hate evil. Anybody who knows me, Double J Jackson, if anyone knows the URP, they will tell you I am not an evil person. I hate evil. Leave the whooping my dad gave me, because my dad really disciplined me very well. He contributed to the toughness I have to withstand anything right now. And as a parent, man, we know they sleep. Though sleeping and resting is good for your health. But what I'm saying is that I'm upright. I got discipline. And who are you to go and tell your parents that they beat you? I don't understand this society now. They go beat you for school. You go to tell your parents, make your parents come to school. They go beat you again. I'm telling you. Not be this one. They whoop me, they beat me. You now go and fight teacher. Even in my primary school, they had some white people and all that. Because I've never said this thing before. Because I'll talk about my secondary school, but I want to tell you guys something a little bit about the URP. Honestly, in my Ajebotic school, when they beat me, because I received beating from my teachers, it shocked you, Abi? If Ndi Oyibo aga akoge, the Nigerians will beat you. They beat me. They beat me. When I went to go and meet my father, I don't know what my father told me. He said, because you didn't listen, that is why they beat you. But I'm here, man, news. If you stay here, I will beat you as well. When your teachers are talking to you, listen. That was the reply my own father gave me. When I went back to the school, I comported myself. Any parents that interfere with the teachers, yes, so there are teachers that are from the coven of hell. That one is different. But you know, as a parent, that your child is stubborn. What are you supposed to do? Allow the teacher discipline your child. You can tell the teacher, I beg, if my child mess up, discipline my child. But please, the sensitive organ, I beg, please, you can beat. But you see, and all those places that will make him or her disabled, I beg you. Talk to teachers with respect. Don't talk to them as if they are poor people begging for money. No. Allow them discipline your children. So now, you see this parental interference. Parents, stop interfering. Allow teachers do their job. You could not do it because if you discipline your child, when your child is being naughty, your child will respect his or herself when they get to school. Stop shouting at management of schools that they beat your child. You don't have sense, because if you have sense, you will know that your child needs discipline, and it is that discipline that raises consciousness. Yes. If you don't discipline a child or allow teachers discipline your child in school, they will lack consciousness. No, I'm not supposed to do this. Daddy said I should not do this. Mommy said I should not do this. My teacher said I should not do it. It is evil. It is bad. I will not do it. Do you know why? Beating, discipline. See, we are Africans. We get whooped at young age. It is tradition. So if constant beating of a child is not good, but once in a while they need to see the cane. Show them. Let them see it. Then communication with the child works effectively. But if the child is stubborn, warp that trick out of that child. That child will learn. That is why me, as I did, now there are some things you can't bring to me. You're wasting your time. I won't get involved. They can't work with me because the consciousness was built in me long ago. Now, going forward. Now, insecurity. I want to talk to schools. And I want to talk to parents as well. When you go for PTA meetings, try as much as possible to tell the management of the school to provide security for the school. Because one thing that parents don't know is that teachers are actually scared of their life these days, actually teaching these children, because they don't know what can happen. You know what is going on around the country, insecurity, teachers being fight, their children being taken there. So insecurity is actually a huge deal. So when you go for PTA meetings, please tell the management of the school to provide security for these teachers. Provide security for the school, provide security for your children. It is very, very necessary that security is being provided for every school. Okay? It's very, very necessary. Now, let's talk about brain drain. Many teachers are being drained mentally. That is why I talked. You should learn to appreciate teachers very much. And you see this leave, this our leave. Every school should allow their teachers on leave with pay. In fact, when they are going for the leave, you should even pay them more. Yeah, throw them a compensation by saying go and rest. Employ more teachers. Stop telling teachers to go for leave for 2 weeks. That is wickedness. They need to rest for 1 month. Allow them to rest. Don't drain their brain. Okay? And teachers should go on shift. And all this part where You have a teacher who teach a child and also come for a lesson again. You are draining these teachers. You are draining. You say weekend is never enough to rest. Weekend is never enough to rest. They can do their job. Facing challenges. So parents, you ought to treat these teachers are drained mentally. So don't go out, don't be selfish and go and start complaining to the teacher what he did to your own child. How about other children? The teachers are going through a lot to teach and educate your child, and they are drained because they are not robots, they are human beings. So please respect them. And schools, please do not overload your teachers. Do not drain their brain. Stop giving them what they are not supposed to do. It's wickedness. Stop doing it. It's real bad. Very bad. So, real bad. School owners don't motivate their teachers. You see this Easter, when they go on holidays, give them something. Auntie stingy, uncle stingy, give them something. Yeah. Appreciate them. You don't motivate them. Yes. When a teacher is having her birthday or his birthday, the management of the school should celebrate that teacher. Let them feel that this is our own school. These are our students. This is our responsibility. Make them feel loved. Because you, owner of school, if they celebrate birthday, the teachers will contribute from their salary to celebrate you. You are wicked. If they celebrate you alone and you don't celebrate them, you are wicked. Sometimes if you don't have put money in envelope, have their birthdays of each teacher. Set it on your Google calendar. Whenever, or you can, if you know you're an analog person, have a register, have a book of all the birthdays, have a PA to tell you, put an envelope or make a transfer. Let that teacher go and enjoy his or herself. It will make the teacher know that yes, the management of this school is seeing my hard work and my effort. They really care about what I do. I think I'll stay in this school longer. I think I'll work harder. Yeah. And many of you don't increase the salary of teachers. You are wicked. Learn to increase the salaries of your teachers is very, 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 very necessary. Now, corruption. Many school owners give proprietors money to fund, give them impress, a very generous impress to take care of the welfare of these teachers, and they embezzle the money. Embezzler, who onyoshi, a thief. If they give you impress, nobody says you should not eat to flex, but I beg, don't chop everything finish. Even to the politicians and the people that are giving money for teachers in public schools, if you're embezzling the money, I want you to know something. All those things when you embezzle, when you are no more, now only you and that box will enter 6 feet. All those things when you embezzle, no will follow you go anywhere. So learn to give to them what belongs to them. Okay? Please, don't be so wicked that all those things, welfare, let them be everything. You are wicked. You're wicked. Okay? So please, let's stop all this. Now, let's stop the poor perception of teachers. They are lifesavers. Teachers and doctors are very important. You see, teachers and doctors, they are nurses, they are lifesavers. Lawyers, law enforcement, everyone is important in their role. Yes. Every profession somebody is doing is actually helping humanity somehow. But you see the one of teachers, it is only God that gives the grace for a teacher to withstand your child. Let me tell you something. I'll close with this. My little girl was being naughty, and she did something. And I called her and I warned her. And she said, Shine Daddy, shine Daddy. If you were to be a house help, head the house help go. Oga Koya Jaja, the house help will beat the hell out of my child. In fact, I will beat my child into eternity. What am I saying? It takes grace for teachers not to strangle your children and beat your children. Because many children are very naughty. And who is responsible for that naughtiness? It is you, the parent. When you see your child messing up, discipline your child. Don't leave the disciplining for the teachers. It is your responsibility, the Bible says. Train up a child in the way he should grow. Some versions will say go. So that when they grow or go, they will not depart from it. It is your responsibility as a parent to take care of your child and discipline your children. Stop leaving the heavy lifting for the teachers, and at the end of the day, you don't compensate them, you don't applaud them, you don't appreciate them, you don't praise them. All you do is complain about your child. That is wickedness. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all on the segment of awareness of teachers and challenges facing teachers in the educational sector, teaching our children. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more on WJ series. This is so far the longest live video I've made. Trust me, there was a reason, because this is very sensitive. I didn't want to break it into segments. I'm the URP signing out. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, like, share, and leave your comments on the comment section about all you've heard about this lesson. Don't forget, every teacher is a lifesaver to the future of our children. I'm the URP signing out.